Earth's innermost inhabitants. Among the groundbreaking disclosures forwarded by Edward Snowden to humanity, one speaks of the possibility of the inner Earth being populated by an advanced civilization that had been monitoring us ever since the beginning. By some he's considered a traitor, but some think of him as a hero. Edward Snowden had the courage to reveal secrets that the world deserved to know, and among the relevant facts made public, few are told regarding UFOs and extraterrestrial beings. According to some documents copied from the CIA, the US government has long known about the existence of highly intelligent species, more advanced than humanity. While we were busy gazing the stars for an otherworldly race of humanoids with their disc-shaped UFOs, they were in fact under our very noses, probably for millions of years, and far ahead of us in technological development. Taking a closer look at Earth's geology, and we'll see its rigid crust, a rather thin layer of rock that divides the continents and the ocean floor. The crust sits on tectonic plates that shift slowly in time in the lithosphere. At the bottom of the tectonic plates, around 80 to 100 kilometers below the surface, the asthenosphere begins. Earth's inner flow occurs in the asthenosphere, and the convection phenomenon at this level is believed to assist the perpetual motion of tectonic plates, but the exact method and visual aspect of the frontier between the lithosphere and asthenosphere is not yet clear. The CIA stocks data tracking systems and deep-sea sonar imagery, but the high-level confidentiality status prohibits the scientists' access in the absence of specific security clearance. This type of intelligent Homo sapiens may have evolved differently, considering the much more stable climate inside the planet. The general consensus is that we're just ants from their point of view, and there is a small chance that they'll intervene in our world's affairs, of those from the surface who struggle with their not-so-beneficent existence. So if you have an alien civilization trying to listen for other civilizations, or our civilization trying to listen for aliens, there's only one small period in the development of their society when all of their communication will be sent via the most primitive and most unprotected means. So when we think about everything that we're hearing through our satellites, or everything that they're hearing from our civilization, if there are indeed aliens out there, all of their communications are encrypted by default. So what we are hearing, that's actually an alien television show, or a phone call, is indistinguishable to us from cosmic microwave background radiation. Having these uncertainties in reference to Earth's inner structure and layer appearance leaves room for serious suspicions, since the Earth's mantle could provide better living conditions than its surface. Jules Verne may have been onto something big that might prove to be as real as it can get, while we are taught to believe that everything related to fiction is rejected by the dull reality we live in. But is this really the case? Is the material realm that we live in fully explored and understood by humanity's scientific tools? Or is it rather a mirage from which we cannot escape unless we open our eyes and see beyond the illusions? Despite the fact we had no problems with the occupants of the Hollow Earth so far, or recorded none that we would know of, the military are considering detonating a nuclear warhead that will seal the deep caves which connect the surface of the Earth with the settlers of the mantle, ultimately preventing the alleged passage from opening again. At least, that's what Snowden revealed in a recent interview. The idea of our governments irrationally intervening into such important matters is not a foreign idea. NASA nuked the moon in 2009, destroying whatever alien outpost was located out there, and if you remember the Colares UFO incident where the military had gathered unquestionable proof of extraterrestrial existence but afterwards decided to evacuated the local population and set the dust on the entire report until recently. Even the US military officials warned about little green men and the threat they'll pose in the near future. With all these negligent moves, the inner Earth's inhabitants might be up to something. With a wave of mysterious sounds that were heard all over the world, including the one from the Caribbeans that can be heard from outer space, there's a good chance our intraterrestrial neighbors are up to something. If we're going to assist to a clash between the earthly powers and the mythical dwellers of the far reaches of the Earth, we're yet to find out. Hopefully, this historic period of hasty transition will bring full disclosure for the human race. Everyone deserves to be aware and understand what's going on. Source: ufaholic.com. Web link. Source: